The latest, Saban, Fisher seek help for flooded schools. The latest on flooding that has devastated parts of West Virginia, all times local, 4:50 p.m. Alabama coach Nick Saban and Florida State's Jimbo Fisher are seeking support for high school football programs decimated by floods in their native West Virginia. Several West Virginia schools were heavily damaged in the June 23 floods. Both coaches asked high schools in their respective states this week to each donate a full football uniform, including pads and helmets and practice jerseys, by July 25 so that they can take them to West Virginia. Fisher says many West Virginia high schools will be unable to field a football team without major assistance. In a letter to coaches, he wrote that I know that we can help these members of our football family. Fisher was born in Clarksburg. Saban grew up just outside of Monongah and says football was such an important part of my childhood in West Virginia. 4:10 p.m. Dozens of inmates are helping with flood cleanup efforts in West Virginia. State Department of Military Affairs and Public Safety spokesman Lawrence Messina says inmate work crews from Division of Corrections facilities have helped daily. Those efforts include mostly debris removal and at times assisting the Division of Highways with road repairs. Inmate efforts have included the hard-hit communities of Alderson, Clendenin, Elkview, Raynell, Richwood, and White Sulphur Springs. Messina says corrections officers and other staff have helped in their own communities during non-working hours and also have assisted monitoring debris disposal sites. Staffers are also pitching in at a Kanawha County warehouse used for donated goods. Messina says the homes of about 24 corrections employees had flood damage, including 19 working at the Anthony Correctional Center in White Sulphur Springs. 3:50 p.m. The amount of damage done to West Virginia's roads by recent devastating floods has reached almost $47 million. The State Division of Highways announced the revised road damage estimate Thursday. The total is about $11 million higher than a first estimate made by state officials late last week. 19 counties have reported road damage. Kanawha County incurred the most at $13.6 million. The agency says more than a dozen contractors are helping to restore roadway access to communities and repair major routes. Workers within the division are also helping clear up roads for drivers. 1:15 p.m. A relative says a body found in a West Virginia river has been identified as that of her sister, who disappeared after last month's devastating floods. Joetta Goines-Lemons says graveside services are scheduled Friday in Smoot for her sister, 44-year-old Lisa Goines-Blankenship of Renwick. Goines-Lemons says that on June 23, her sister sent her 2 sons down the road to call their dad and tell him not to come home because the roads were getting bad. She then asked a neighbor to help get her dog out of a kennel. The neighbor was pulled underwater a few times. When he surfaced, Goines-Blankenship was gone. Goines-Lemons says the body was found Saturday in the Greenbrier River more than 30 miles away. The floods killed 15 people in Greenbrier County and 23 statewide. 11 a.m. The owner of the Greenbrier Resort says he's reopening the hotel to the public next week following devastating floods. Jim Justice said at a news conference Thursday in White Sulphur Springs that the 710-room hotel will open again Tuesday. Justice says he wants to get hotel employees back to work, saying we're not going to heal if you don't have a job. Justice says the resort is scarred and repairing but promised we will be back. The June 23 floods left 15 people dead in Greenbrier County and 23 statewide. The hotel closed to outside guests on June 24 but took in more than 700 flooded-out residents. The PGA Tour cancelled the Greenbrier Classic Golf Tournament was scheduled to start Thursday at the resort. 10:30 a.m. More federal aid is on the way to help West Virginia governments pay for extensive damage done by floods that killed 23 people. Government. Earl Ray Tomblin announced in a news release Thursday that the Federal Emergency Management Agency has approved public assistance for agencies in 11 counties. The counties include Clay, Fayette, Greenbrier, Jackson, Kanawha, Monroe, Nicholas, Pocahontas, Rowan, Summers, and Webster. The aid supports governments in debris removal, emergency preparedness, hazard mitigation, and the repair, replacement or restoration of flood-damaged, publicly owned facilities. Certain nonprofits may qualify. FEMA already has approved more than $18 million in individual assistance to help people with medical and housing support and other immediate needs.